Presented in part by Gross & Schuster, attorney at law.
Do you need a work shoe that looks so good you can wear it straight from the job out to dinner? Then look no further than Skechers Safety Toe Work Shoes. Skechers work shoes come in a variety of great styles that look just as good on the job as off. Plus, they're super comfortable with Skechers exclusive air-cooled memory foam. They feel as good as opening your paycheck after a hefty week of overtime. And speaking of your paycheck, Skechers Safety Toe Work Shoes won't break the bank. Get America's #1 selling work shoe at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever work shoes are sold.
Lowe's helps pros like you get the job done right by having more of the supplies you use most in stock every day. Like treated lumber, fencing, and decking in the quantities you need for any size job. And we help you save with deals like $20 off a Metabo HPT 3.5-inch gauge 21-degree pneumatic framing nail, now just $179. Order ahead at lowesforpros.com and have your order delivered or pick up in store. Our dedicated pro loaders will load you up and get you back to the job site where you're needed most. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offer valid through 9/8, U.S. only.
It's almost fall, and that means football. And ESPN Pensacola 1330 is all about football. We've got UWF Argos football every Saturday, high school football every Friday night. If you'd like to partner with ESPN Pensacola as a sponsor or promotional partner, give us a call at 262-6000.
ESPN Pensacola 1330 FM 99.1 WEBY Milton, Pensacola.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Coming up on the Sports Drive, we're going to break down everything in college football and Blue Wahoo baseball. Playoff time. Looking for a little revenge coming back.
Just become the NFL's all-time leading rusher. Across the middle, it is caught for the first. It's Baldwin shaking free and sprinting down the sideline for the touchdown. His third of the day. Doug Baldwin.
Derek Brooks, who ran back 3 interceptions for touchdowns in the regular season, does it to cement the Super Bowl. Boxing's elite, the new WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Both been beaten. The result has come up on screens that Gatlin's taken it. Goodness me, it was a blue American vest. 992 the Gatlin. 992 by the American champion to take gold.
Another Watson is wearing a green jacket at Augusta. And this time, his name is Bubba. Scores on a 34-yard touchdown run by the Doak Walker Award winner, Trick Richardson, who broke a lot of Emmett Smith's records back in Pensacola, Florida.
And welcome into the Sports Drive right here on ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. I am Chad Brilliante. Glad to be with you here as always, as we will have a short but sweet show today. So, only 30 minutes as we get set to go for UWF football. And, man, it's good to say that. It's good to have football back in general. For the people watching on TV, I will be in the producer/host chair today. Not that anybody cares on radio. They're like, we do not care where you sit at all. I literally did a show one time at a park bench because I was supposed to make it to the studio, and I had a Comrex machine, and I was heading to an event at the beach and couldn't get there. Traffic was jammed. So pulled over to the park, got the Verizon 4G box out, found a hotspot somehow on like some dude's phone that was like, dude, I'm trying to text my girl, man. But the text actually wasn't the right word. You know what I'm saying? It was a different letter. But all of a sudden, I'm like, now I'm borrowing his space and doing a show while he was trying to have his own show going on. And all of a sudden, I'm like, and welcome in. And this guy's like, come on, man. Like all of a sudden, homeless guy with pigeons comes over. Like, so we can pull this off just being one seat over. Joining us now, college basketball player, Florida State Seminole, and having some fun That sounded like you played for Florida State, didn't it? It was a good,
It did. You kind of oversold me there.
It was the William Shatner pause. College football, college basketball, Florida State, but played in Louisiana. What college were you at in Louisiana?
Yeah, actually, I was over at Baton Rouge Community College, and then
not
over
Florida
there
State folks.
No, and then LSU gave me a call, Ben Simmons freshman year. And for those who say he can't shoot, I've seen it in person. But be ready for him this year. I promise you he's going to shoot some jump shots.
That team. Look, and Eric Vadrine is the member from the old ESPN Pensacola as well. Later up, coming up on the show, we're going to break down a little more and give you a chance to win some tickets as the Florida State Seminoles. We've had a number of people calling in, and we're going to make the announcement. So coming back at 5:15 when we play the Tomahawk Chop, that they want to hear a little more in the second half this week. And the conversation that's been going on with Willie Taggart, we talked to Coach K, and it's nice to have a NFL football coach and former college football player in studio because he always brings like a I've been there, done that, and I've been quoted for the wrong reasons kind of thing. Coach was like, well, and he's not a Willie Taggart fan, I don't believe. He's given him some chances, says he's a nice guy, but obviously he lost the team last year, and he hasn't started by doing anything to prove that he has the team this year. But when he went out there and he said, the players need to be hydrated, there is a big difference whether he was like, guys, everybody come over here. We weren't hydrated. Or it was like, look, we had our chances. There was late turnovers. Just didn't play well. The players looked like they were a little dehydrated. Like it could have been like thrown in as like page ocho news that became front page news.
Yeah, like a bullet point, not a headline.
Oh, it's like the guy for Texas A&M that said, we're going to go out there.
There will be an upset.
There will be an upset, but they didn't let the guy finish his sentence because he clearly walked off because what he meant to say was there will be an upset. Fan or two in Texas A&M because we're going to lose by 40. I mean, if he would have finished his sentence, I'm sure that's what he was thinking. There will be an upset. Fan or 1,000 because we will lose by about 40 points. They're not winning that game. Do you think, that's the big game this week with LSU and Texas. Do you think that Texas A&M is going to have a shot to pull this one off?
No, I think it'll probably stay close, just to start. But ETN, he's just going to be too much wear and tear on the defense over there for the Aggies because you're not going to be able to contain all those athletes. They have first-round picks on the outside, quarterback, running back. You're not going to be able to contain them for 4 quarters.
Looking at the game tonight, we've got the Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Now, this is college football country, and we know that. Hear a couple Roll Tides in the way into work, and when I'm wearing my UCF fake national title shirt, I hear a couple other things, not just Roll Tide. But overall, the NFL is king in this country when it comes to football with 2 O's. I'm sitting in Joe's seat today, so we will not be breaking down Bundesliga, although we were making comparisons with you with Zlatan Ibrahimovic right there, so I don't know if
he's
you
a little
can get
taller than me,
and he
too.
Probably has a couple hundred more millions than you as well when he played.
Fair to say.
Yeah, he was pretty good, pretty decent throughout his career for PSG, but now he's just making money and mocking people. The cool part about Zlatan is he's the guy with the man bun. That's why we compared it. And Eric's also a guy that looks like he's threatening, but if we walked outside right now, I've got a nightstick. I was going to say I could take you, but I actually have a nightstick in my car. Overall, and bear mace. And then the knee. You see, I've already got you. He's laughing. I'm sucking him in, folks.
Yeah.
But overall, you look at a guy like Zlatan. He went out there and he's like, these are just little ants to me. He said that he's like, all these MLS players are like ants. Just look at, I'm just like walking on them. This is my kingdom. And he goes out there after he said that and scores a hat trick. He scores 3 goals in a soccer game where you can sit there and get a 0-0 score and nothing, and he goes out there and puts up 3 goals that next day.
And everybody's coming for you after you say those things.
Oh, exactly. And so but that's the cool part is people are going to trash talk a little. I'm not a big fan of it in sports unless, like, if you make a game-winning half-court buzzer beater, like, do whatever you want. Do, like, the boom, 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 like,
yeah, you earned it.
Dance, flips, whatever, Ozzie Smith wizard kind of stuff. It does not matter. Shoot out of nowhere. You could get like a bottle rocket, Roman candle.
Steal the mascot's shirt gun.
Break out some confetti from your sock you've been waiting for 4 games to throw up. But when you're down by like 21 and the guys that hit a 3 and like, what up, bro? Or it gets the sack around the corner when your team is down by like 3 scores. Like, I can't stand that. I understand that some of those guys are getting contract extensions when they get 1 sack. but never was a fan of that. Like, be a team player.
Situational awareness.
Exactly. Be a team player. It's not about you. Team's down 7-0 in baseball, hits a home run. Do not celebrate and get to the don't act like you're doing fireworks or like be like one of those guys in like Kane from WWE, like raising the fire, finish him. Like nobody wants to see that because your team is still getting crushed. Speaking of baseball, Blue Wahoos will be in action tonight. We'll have that on our sister station. It's going to be a busy night here locally. That is one of the reasons we're getting out early for the show. We have 5:30 is pregame kickoff with Will Kennedy, right there, the voice of the UWF Argos. And then at 6 o'clock will be the opening kickoff of the game. So 5:30 pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff against Carson Newman, and that will be in Tennessee. So even more of a reason why you should be tuning in right here to ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM and 99.1 FM. The other side, we will have Blue Wahoos baseball. Now, they lost in a heartbreaker yesterday, 10-11. And you asked me how that would feel as a baseball guy.
Right, because you were a pitcher.
Yes,
so.
but I wouldn't know that because I was usually getting pulled when my team was down 7-0. So at that point, I didn't know too many of those games, especially when I got to the top level. I do have a record, by the way. You remember the story, right?
I remember the record.
That's right.
It's a good story.
It's terrible for actually my ego, but the story is, and Greg Litton laughs every time, former major leaguer who actually has like real records. I'm the only pitcher in the history that I know of that has an INF ERA. Now, like, what is it, Buzz Lightyear who says, to infinity and beyond, in like Toy Story. That's cool for the kids. Infinity ERAs in baseball, not cool. Not cool, bro. You know what that is? That's the guy that went out there and went ahead and pitched 2 hitters. There was a guy on second. I beamed the guy in the leg for the first one, and the next guy doubled. So the guy from second, thank God the guy that I beamed was probably too slow because I hit his knee, and he couldn't make it home, or I'd allowed 2 earned runs.
Maybe you knew you had the nightstick.
Oh, actually, no. There was... But then the next guy got up after that and hit a sac fly. So the guy from first did actually end up scoring. And that was an earned run because that was the guy that I allowed. Now, I allowed 2 runs, but never gotten out and got pulled after that. So I beamed a guy in the leg, a double, and then a sac fly, and pretty much at that point, it was, the guy couldn't catch the ball either, which that would have been an easy way to end it right there. And, for the rest of the time, INF never got recorded. And you got to get an out in order to produce. The sac fly, the guy didn't catch it. I always say sac fly just because that's how I feel in my brain is catch the blanking ball, and I would have had an out. But I never was recorded. And INF. Let's go to some of the other things going on right now in sports. We talked a little bit about some of the big stories from the NFL. Kickoff tonight is at 7:20. And you'll get, I think they brought back for Thursday night football. Like CeeLo hasn't dressed in tinfoil in a while. Are they still going with, were they moving on to like Taylor Swift with the song? I have no clue. We'll see tonight.
I don't remember. I just remember as a kid getting fired up for the song, and I don't get fired up anymore.
No. Hank Williams was the Monday night guy.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some?
Exactly.
But, Monday night party right there. This game right now, I think the Green Bay Packers are a team that has a good quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, but it's not that good of a football team. And then you have a team on the other side, though, in the Chicago Bears that has a really good defense, but they're coming into a season a little bit depressed over a kicker that hit it off the post and then went on Good Morning America and showboated that he hit it off the post. Like, if you're going to be a kicker, like, hang low, because you're probably wanted for murder because you threw a trident. Like, one of those kind of moments where it's like, Brick, you probably want to lay low for a little while. Like, you don't want to be in public at this point when everybody in Chicago, and Chicago's not one of those teams that's like the Patriots. They're not like one of those teams that's like the Seattle Seahawks over the years or the Steelers over the years. Teams right now like the Saints who know that, if they had a bad year or a bad play, like the Saints did with the worst call in the history of football. Yeah. But they're going to be back. They'd be okay. A team like, in that moment, that shot, there's not going to be too many more moments.
Yeah, you don't know when it's coming back around.
You don't know if the Bears are going to win that division. They're supposed to be, but nobody is deeming. Mitch Trubisky doesn't have a track record. to say that the Bears are going to go out there and go 11-5 and 12-4. We can assume their defense is good, but more people are aware of Trubisky, and he has to try to prove it for more than one season because we have seen the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde of the NFL. Think about it. The Atlanta Falcons, Dirty Birds, one of the best Super Bowl performances ever for 3 quarters. And then 28-3, Brady goes on. The confetti is just falling on Ryan as the Falcon fans and the ATL are never getting to see that championship, besides all the ones that play in the Georgia Dome when
Panthers take
Alabama.
a step back.
Seems like the Crimson Tide's second home right there. Played last week against Duke there. I'm telling you, though, a lot of teams might not get back. Carolina, they raised up, took their shirt off, spun around like a helicopter. They were out there winning games. Next thing you know, Cam Newton is wearing Mary Poppins outfits and limping off the field and wearing neon cheetah pants and losing games and not getting on a plane and going 6-10 every year. And Christian McCaffrey's waiting to – I mean, he's a good player, really good player. But he can't do it all. And their defense is like, Greg Hardy didn't sort of work out at all. And then you have guys like third-string offensive linemen. There are very few teams that consistently keep it going in the NFL. Jacksonville, one play away from the Super Bowl. Next season, they can't even tackle anybody. And they go, 4-12? That's the thing is there's only a few consistent teams. At one point, we thought Matthew Stafford and the Lions were taking that charge. This division is full of them. Think about it. Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, and Minnesota could all win the division, really, ... not Detroit. And you wouldn't be shocked.
Right.
I mean, Detroit could win some games, but they're not winning the division.
No.
The other 3, I think their fan base feels like they're the best team. And they're always going to feel that way. And it's really a toss-up. So Chicago we expect to be good, but there's nothing to say. And they're a 3-point favorite in this game for a reason. 3 points at home means that it is 3 points because you're at home. It would be a pick if it was on a neutral site. And I think this game pretty much is a good way to start out the season with a pick. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more of the college football games ahead. Some of the big games, LSU, go Tigers right there. And the Texas Longhorns will be in action. And then Texas A&M and Clemson. A lot of trash talking, probably not needed. When Jimbo Fisher heard it, he said, what? What you talking about, Willis? Not the best time to say that. And we'll get to more on making the announcement for the winner of our Florida State Seminole tickets. We got a pair for you when we come back right here on the Sports Drive. ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM, simulcast each and every night on Blab TV and replayed midnight to 2 a.m. We're coming back for more.
Jackson Pace Pharmacy has exciting news for ED patients. Viagra 100 milligram generic is finally here. Get it today. 30 tablets for $80, less than $3 a pill. You heard right. Viagra 100 milligram generic is less than $3 a tablet. A prescription from your doctor is required, so stop by Jackson Pace Pharmacy and cash in on the savings today. 2256 West 9 Mile Road in Pensacola.
Tap Book Bar and Bistro is the South's premier destination for high-energy sports entertainment. Enjoy award-winning food and a wide variety of draft beer selections with a local flair. Featuring a giant video wall, dozens of HD TVs, and a smoke-free video poker bar, there's no better place to be for sports entertainment. Join us at Tap Book Bar and Bistro, only at Beau Rivage. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Wouldn't it be awesome to enjoy a 5K race in beautiful downtown Pensacola and help children in need at the same time? Well, now you can. Sign up for the annual Semper Fi 5K presented by Tell Staffing, happening this Saturday, September 7th at Seville Quarter in beautiful downtown Pensacola. Sign up today for the 36th annual Tell MCL Semper Fi 5K charity run for the children. All proceeds go directly to 6 local children's charities within the Pensacola community. Sign up today at MarineCorps League.Pensacola.org.
I just finished updating my bath with Bath Fitter. Best decision ever. 35 years experience, Bath Fitter knows their stuff. I custom designed the luxury bath I wanted. The color, the style, thousands of options. Luxury hotel quality. Bath Fitter Pensacola did the rest. Installed my bath in less than a day. No demo, no mess, and it's under a lifetime warranty. I love my new bath. Visit bathfitter.com today to book your free in-home consultation and join over 2 million satisfied customers or call 429-1777.
I'm really hungry, but I don't want to spend a fortune.
Well, you're in luck. Now you can get Denny's Super Slam with 2 eggs, 2 bacon strips, 2 sausage links, hash browns, and 2 pancakes, all for just $5.99.
That is a great deal. So I get all of that for just $5.99?
You sure do.
Wow, this meal just keeps getting better and better.
Some might say super.
I see what you did there.
The $5.99 Super Slam is back. See you at Denny's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. No substitutions.
Pensacola Honda and Gulf Winds Credit Union are teaming up to give you a great deal on a new or used vehicle and a great rate. Friday the 13th and 14th, enjoy live music on Saturday 12 to 4 and food trucks here on both days. All credit applications accepted. Any type of credit welcome. Get a really nice new or used ride at Pensacola Honda, home of the one price, low price guarantee. Rates, terms, and incentives subject to change and based on credit score. Visit GoGulfWinds.com for loan details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Today is finally the day as the UWF Argos kick off their 2019 football season against Carson Newman. Pre-game show starts at 5:30 with kickoff at 6 on ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
Welcome back. Sports Drive with you right here. ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Also simulcast on Blab TV. The Florida State War Chant means we are drawing a winner. Over the last couple days, we've had a number of calls, and we have taken Coach K. Stevenson's Sacramento World League helmet. I don't think that was actually life-size for the people watching on TV, because that is the size of a baby chipmunk. But the mini helmet right here that Coach K did not play in is going to be the helmet that we're going to make Eric, who I'm going to do like the Vanna White hands for right here, your decision. So for the other people on the list, when they don't get called, they can be upset. Okay? So we have a number of people in there. Let's see who wins. And these names are pretty generic, too. Look, this sounded like the Apostle. It was like Christopher, William, Nick, James, Joe. Like, yeah, hey, look, we got their phone numbers. That's all that counts. So if you want the tickets, you want the tickets. Not. We're going to go ahead and make that announcement right here as our Florida State versus Louisiana Monroe. It is on News Radio 92.3 throughout the season, and the kickoff right there. Christopher is that name. So if you are named Christopher, no, actually, it is Christopher with the cell phone number of 85. Yeah, you guys thought I was going to do it, didn't you? He's like, dude, I don't care. Man, maybe I get a go. I mean, if you're single, Chris, you can get that number out. You know, all of a sudden you got an extra ticket right there. All right, well, tomahawk chop. You know, at that point right there, maybe you could even be a walk-on and score a touchdown in the second half, and then that's real impressive. Now you got yourself not only a date, maybe a fiance. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Couldn't write a better script.
And I think the one thing about Florida State is, here's the thing that, as a Seminole fan, I'll be down there with Todd Weston and David Forte and those guys. If they're listening, they're like, oh, he's made no contact with us, so we have no clue. But I'm going to be heading out there to Seville because it's back-to-back games with the clubs. We have the shows here, Tomahawk Talk. Terrence A. Gross does a great job with Joe as well. I do the Florida Gators show. You sat in this week with Jeff Davis and a number of hosts. Stephen D. Holman, sponsor of that show. Thank you, the Holman Law Firm. And I remember going over the places that they're going to be, and both of them are down at Seville. They're watch parties, and they have games back-to-back. So we're going to be able to go out there and watch the first game that I believe starts, it's a 4 o'clock kickoff against Louisiana Monroe, and then right after that, it'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff for Tennessee Martin versus Florida. Nothing to 2 victories, so some hopefully happy fans. If they're not happy, then it's going to be a very depressing season, and probably not going to be welcome back because it'll be bad juju. But as a Florida State alum and grad at this point, going to grad school here, what do you think is the biggest thing that is stopping them? Because they got athletes. They brought in some decent coaches like Kendall Briles. But what is the biggest thing stopping them from being great? Is it Willie Taggart, or is it that just the team doesn't believe that they're winners right now?
Preparation and water. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, hydration station.
No, I really do think that they, you played sports. Whenever you're just getting a loss after a loss after a loss, it just emotionally wears on you. I think that when you go to a program like Florida State, you don't sign up to go 5-7. No one signs that letter of intent saying, we're going to go 5-7 this year. So I think really right now it's a mindset, and Willie Taggart being the leader, he has to develop that mindset. And right now, whenever you're throwing out excuses such as the hydration, players coming out saying they're not prepared, those are all fingers that are going to point at the head coach. So I don't necessarily think Willie Taggart is the guy for the job, but if he wants to see his office be available for another season, he needs to definitely get them in gear and get them believing in something. And no other way to do that than to win big against this team to get that confidence going, because they definitely need a lot of confidence after the meltdown they had last week against Boise.
Looking at the Florida State game against Louisiana Monroe, this is one expected to win right there, a 28-point favorite. And congratulations to Christopher, the winner of the tickets right there, as he will be heading down to Tallahassee if he would like, as we'll give him a call here right after today's show. The winner, we had a number of lists. It's fair. Look, we're on TV. A lot of times on radio, you're like, I don't know what those guys are doing. They randomly Simon Says on the wall. This is filmed right here, so you can see it, what just happened. There is the Sacramento hat that is now back on the wall with our nice wall of randomness here. And congratulations to Christopher. Some guy named Christopher is like, did I call, man? He's like, forgetting. Yeah. He's like, dude, man, shouldn't have had a long night.
Chris or Christopher?
Christopher.
Yeah.
Robin. No, I've been doing too much 3-year-old stuff. Looking at Antonio Brown. I've got a daughter, by the way. Antonio Brown and the Raiders, general manager Mike Mayock, apparently got into a heated exchange again, and the team now is planning on suspending its star receiver. There's two parts of this story. He needs to get suspended. I think Mike Mayock is really good at it as a GM and as an analyst. He was one of my favorite analysts. He would really break down things, and
yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when Joe Morgan used to do baseball games. It might not have been the most entertaining with Joe Morgan, but he would be like, you had Johnny Miller, and he'd be like, all right, it's a ball in the dirt. And all of a sudden you'd come back with, that's a terrible Johnny Miller, by the way, and all of a sudden you'd have Joe Morgan be like, well, you see the shift right here. You got two guys moving here on the inside. This guy's going to get a 4-step lead. This guy is the worst pickoff move in baseball. So he's going to try to draw 2 more steps and go right before he lifts that foot. He's going to be at second before this guy throws the ball. And you saw that, and you're like, that's cool. Because, those are things you've done your research. It's not just there's a man on first, there's a pitcher with cleats, and there's a guy with a bat at the plate.
Like a little kid reading a book.
Yeah, exactly. Just make yourself sound like you know what you're saying. In right field, there's a guy with a ball cap. In left, there is a third base right there in front of the outfield grass. And you're like, no, you're just talking about baseball. What are you doing right now? He actually breaks it down to things that nobody else, only with the research. Now, not the research you would get from, Vin Scully. Now, Vin Scully is one that's sacred. He's been there forever. No, literally sacred. I think he was there when baseball started. But Vin Scully, I got to work with him a little when I lived out in Las Vegas. I did some stuff with the MLB Network. And Vin Scully, when he was out there with the prime ticket, Juan Uribe steps to the plate. Juan and his family, 1988, came over on a raft and survived as Cuban missiles were coming at them, trying to take out their mom, and she survived on the raft with a meatloaf sandwich and 3 eggs. Ball 2. And you're like, wait a second, get back to the story. As sharks try to eat their feet, and they were covered in what looked to be sardines, ball outside, and you're like, he breaks down everything, At the plate, Cody Bellinger. Last night had a tuna on rye. 2 sides. Doesn't like potato chips. Home run. He knows everything about. I think he has cameras on everybody in the world. And it makes it more entertaining for a baseball game. And always did it with the same voice, no matter what. Ground out to the shortstop. Walk-off grand slam. It was always just the same thing. Instead of Harry Carey, it was like, hey, long drop ball out to right field. It's gone. Andre Dawson, home run. And the next day, and then Steve Stone. It's a ground out to shortstop. The game is over, folks. We'll be back on WGN tomorrow. And Escobar was here. Just having fun with it with Harry, as he always was a hoot. Okay, the Raiders thing, though, to get to this, before I went into 15 rants of announcers, Mike Mayock got in a heated exchange, and now the team is planning on suspending the receiver. I do have a problem with this story a little. Show the cojones and do it. What are we waiting for right now besides...
It's the length of the suspension.
What is... I mean, I know that, but, let's get this done. Meaning that they're planning on suspending you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just imagine if we put that in layman's terms, tonight. You're driving your kid home for soccer practice, or your kid's getting back, or you're picking them up at school. And you go home and you're like, Mom comes to the door and be like, ooh, you really pissed him off now. Daddy is planning on suspending you or grounding you. Uh-oh, I think Daddy's going to ground you. I think he will. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll check it out. And you're like, sweet, I'm getting out of this house. I'm going to go stay on my brother. Let's get to down the road, treehouse.
I haven't been keeping up with Hard Knocks, but I wonder if he's trying to set the timeline to maybe come for the next episode for the suspension.
Well, I think they're talking right now with a bunch of people that are above their pay grade, even above Mike and Gruden, which is the Davis family and that bowl cut haircut. And they're up there dude, we paid him a ton of cash. A lot of really ticked off people with fantasy football rosters. Let's not do this. You know what I'm saying? There is more to this. When you're a star player and a new star player, and you're going to be the highlight of the first game to kick off the season, and then you get a suspension, I think it was probably Mike Mayock who came out there and was like, hey, we're going to get ready. And then they're like, whoa, I know he screwed up again, but let's give him the coin toss.
Well, they do have the latest Monday Night Football game, so that does buy them a little bit more time.
That's right.
So
okay, all right.
That makes a little bit more sense.
See how people in their division lose and then come back. Yeah, we're all right in this. That's all the time we have for this, because we're going to go ahead and send it out to the UWF Argonauts. I was talking to Joe earlier, and he's like, is that half hour today? I'm like, yeah. All right. I got this. I got the keyboard cat role. Joe does a great job, as always. You can hear him on Talk Football with Coach K as well. Hey, really enjoyed it today. Eric Vadrain on here, college basketball player, and he'll be working with us, having some fun throughout the time, but doing a great job in college sports and kind enough to make time with us today as our guest in studio. We're going to send out to UWF football right here at ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. The season will kick off, and we're excited for it. Will Kennedy will have the pregame, and we'll get right into the kickoff against Carson Newman 2 years ago to a national title. Let's see if they can do it again. Go Argos. This has been the Sports Drive. Have a great rest of your night, and as always, God bless.
Bowling is a sport that will last you a lifetime, and at Cordova Lanes on Airport Boulevard, every night there is something exciting happening. Like on Tuesday and Thursday, it's penny a pin. Bowl 100, pay $1. Or how about starting your weekend off right by reserving a lane for just $25 at Moonlight Bowling. Enjoy a fresh-made pizza and the lowest pitcher prices in Pensacola. So what are you waiting for? It's time to roll your way into Cordova Lanes and experience fun like never before.
Coach K brings football to life year-round. The teams, the players, and the front office.
Well, we're very appreciative to Dabo Swinney, the head coach of the national champion Clemson Tigers, to take the time to be with us.
Talk football with Coach K every day at noon on your radio.
He does possess the skills necessary to play and be successful in the National Football League or anywhere else.
And Coach K live on Facebook and YouTube at ESPN Pensacola 94.5.
ESPN Pensacola is now on 1330 AM and 99.1 FM. This means you can hear ESPN Pensacola better than ever before with the same great shows like Golick and Wingo, the Dan Levitar Show with Stugatz, and the Paul Feinbaum Show, plus live and local sports on the Sports Drive with Chad Brilliante, Talk Football with Coach K, and Sports Call with Davis and Justin. The same station, an improved signal, and a new name. ESPN Pensacola, 1330 FM 99.1.
Hello, sports fans. Miles Bentley here, General Manager at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Pensacola. Growing up, I always loved sports. Nothing but net, out of the park, through the uprights. Sink the puck Bentley, that was me. But my love of the game couldn't beat my love for Pensacola and helping folks get on the road of dreams in a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Sure, I never went to the big leagues in sport, but we're all pro here at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Proud to be in Pensacola.
Welcome to Bowles!
Okay, hi, what are we doing today?
I need something that screams something fun. Nothing too on the face, nothing too off the face, but also totally hot.
So I have the perfect thing. It's the most food mullet. You're totally business in the front, but tailgate in the back. It's a fat party. People are having fun. You know, snap. All your friends are going to be like, whoa, awesome setup. Everyone else is going to be all jelly, okay?
Just like a killer mullet, Moe's Catering will turn the back of your ride into a tailgate party that's sure to turn some heads. Just order ahead and pick it up on your way.
Moe's Southwest Grill, now open in Pace on Highway 90 next to Publix grocery store.
Small businesses drive our nation's economy, employing about half of the country's private sector workforce.
Here's coffee.
Thanks so much.
When you shop at local small businesses, you help the entire community thrive.
Hello, I'm Senator Marco Rubio. I support local small businesses for the good of our community. Let's help our neighbors thrive.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Wouldn't it be awesome to enjoy a 5K race in beautiful downtown Pensacola and help children in need at the same time? Well, now you can. Sign up for the annual Semper Fi 5K presented by TEL Staffing, happening this Saturday, September 7th at Seville Quarter in beautiful downtown Pensacola. Sign up today for the 36th annual TEL MCL Semper Fi 5K charity run for the children. All proceeds go directly to 6 local children's charities within the Pensacola community. Sign up today at MarineCorpsLeaguePensacola.org.
Imagine having a luxury hotel quality bath in your own home. That's what you'll get with Bath Fitter Pensacola. Bath Fitter will install a beautiful luxury tub in as little as 1 day. There's no demo, no mess, no stress. With thousands of options to choose from, custom design a bath